What do you genuinely not understand? How so many fucking terrible commercials make it to TV. When I see a dumb commercial, my thought is always the same. A group of grown-ass people sat around a table somewhere and discussed how they want to promote their brand. They came up with an entire marketing strategy, probably had a vote about it, and sent approval onto the marketing department company for production. That marketing department created, scripted, filmed, and produced that piece of shit commercial. Then they sent it back to the group of grown-ass people who sat around the same table watching the shitty commercial before agreeing that it's sending the exact message they want about their brand. They likely then vote again to approve running it on TV. A huge budget is approved for putting that dumbass commercial out there. And the result is the piece of crap I just saw on TV. Yeah, I don't understand that. How language developed. Obviously it did, but I just can't fathom how. I just picture cavemen men walking and pointing to things and grunting. How perfect strangers make small talk. And how they know when to end the conversation without it dragging on awkwardly. People that will flip you off or yell at you when they are the ones doing the wrong thing. One time my daughter was getting off the bus and crossing the street when a car came barreling down the road running the bus stop sign. I ran out into the road in front of my child, held up my hand and screamed, "Stop." The lady flipped me off. Like, fucking seriously? I saved you from killing a child, my child, and you flip me off. I won't go into the details of what I did next. I wasn't proud. Quantum mechanics. That shit is whack. How the global economy runs. Edit. How shit. This got a few upvotes. Guys that hit each other in the nuts for fun. WTF is with that? I watched an interview with Steve-O and he says fans want him to kick them in the nuts and are so happy and thank him when he does. Any kind of abuse. I have no idea how you can hit something without a huge amount of guilt. Sometimes when I'm just sitting there, I become hyper-aware of my senses and then the whole concept of existence just confuses the fuck out of me. Edit. Look mom. No hands. How people believe 5G causes coronavirus. People who take personal offense when your taste in music, movies, food, whatever differs from theirs. I went to college with a guy who listened to exclusively classic rock. Great genre. Totally get it. Except he would get legitimately angry when someone put on rap in the car or wanted to sing Pop It karaoke. Refused to work with a friend of mine in a group project because she loved techno. Said her opinions would never matter because obviously something was wrong with her. Why can't you just let people enjoy the shit they like? I'm a physics teacher and I'm embarrassed to say that despite reading several explanations, I still don't understand how batteries work. Specifically, if one end of the battery basically houses excess electrons and the positive side has a dearth of electrons, why doesn't connecting two batteries but not in a closed circuit cause half of each battery to drain? Nothing. Like the whole concept of nothing boggles my mind. What was here before our universe? Nothing. What's in between the atoms of our bodies? Nothing. What's for dinner? Nothing. I just don't get it. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. People who inflate their cheeks when they're underwater. People who refuse to change their beliefs and opinions when confronted with rock-solid evidence to the contrary. Most of the humor of popular YouTubers. They literally just scream, make dumb faces and do goofy dances. Don't see how that appeals to anyone over the age of 10. Quibi. Why do I keep hearing ads for it everywhere? Or people actually watching these shows? What's the appeal? Highly motivated people. I was really good at maths at school until year 10 when we hit a topic called numbers and proof. It was about proving that the answer to an equation was definitely right. I think. I don't really know, because I never understood a single thing the teacher said that whole term. The fourth dimension. What the actual heck? I read an R explained like I'm 5th thread, but it still doesn't help. How anyone learns to read. When I try to break it down, it just seems so crazy and impossible. See this shape? It sounds like this. Or like this. Or sometimes like this. Actually, sometimes it doesn't make any sound at all. Got it? Great. Now here's 25 more of them. But 4-year-olds are doing it. Insane. Fucking magnets. How do they work? ASMR. I don't understand how people like that. It creeps me out and makes me feel like someone is literally breathing down the back of my neck. The phrase, happy as a clam. How the fuck could you tell if a clam is happy? That off vibe you get when you go to an empty parking lot or an IKEA. Why, I'm here. My mom decided to get laid 28 years ago and I had to put up with the consequences ever since. Sagging. Social interaction. How to make friends. How to small talk. How to make friends using small talk. How to flirt. Cuckolding. How computers work. I'm a reasonably tech-savvy person, but I genuinely have no idea about the inner workings of the tools I use for 12 hours every day. It's like I'm like a professional driver who has no idea how an engine or a turbocharger or brakes work. Traffic. You sit on the highway driving 3 miles per hour thinking, there must be a wreck ahead. Then you get clear of the traffic and there was never any clear reason or cause for the traffic. Emotions. I have emotions. I experience emotions, but they don't permeate every part of my life. And I often think everyone else is overly emotional, when it's probably me just lacking emotional range. Why people actually give two shits about what celebrities think. Why the Kardashians are famous and popular. Chemistry. I genuinely have no idea how atomic layers or molecule diagrams work and no explanation I have ever had has helped. The obsession with humongous, misshapen butts. Physics. I understand the basics, but when it starts getting more technical I get lost. Long nails shaped like talons as an attractive thing. WTF about them is attractive in any way? How Reddit karma is calculated. Relations with a friend, girlfriend. I communicate well just with friends and other people who surround me. But I do not understand what to do when you need to build relationships. How people cheat after years or even decades in a marriage, especially when there are kids involved. I genuinely can't put myself in these people's shoes. Is breaking up your family worth it for some strange cock pussy? Or even if you are in love, is that really a fair trade in those people's minds? Foot fetish boggles the mind. Why I hate going to sleep and also hate waking up. If a currency is not actually backed by anything physical, then why does its perceived value go down when there is more of it in circulation? It's not like adding another trillion to the pool means everything else is now representing a smaller slice of nothing. NASCAR. I don't get the hype. It's cars going left for 1,000 laps. I just don't get it. That weird ringing randomly in my ear. Like a TV just turning on or something. Why people base their identity on stupid jobs. I could understand if you had a profession that was important and or required lots of skill on experience. But if you have a job any moron can do, why hang your identity on that hook? How that was not a headshot. The people who are purposefully coughing on others to spread coronavirus. WTF. The universe. Maths.